Have you ever received a negative review for your business and it made your stomach drop instantly? It made you angry because you thought it wasn't fair, wasn't correct, and you just wonder, gosh, I'm working so hard. Why is somebody trying to hurt my business? You are not alone. This happens to every single business owner at one point or another. Stay with me today because I'm going to tell you exactly how to handle these negative reviews and make your business look even better in the long run. My name is Jill Fox, and I'm the owner of both Fox Social Media and Simple Marketing Academy, along with my son, Tanner. So one of the things that you need to know is, why are reviews important? Reviews are crucial because people will want to check you out before they buy your product or service. So you want reviews. They're wonderful things. And the best place to get reviews in general is on Google. Google is the #1 search engine in the world, and by feeding these positive reviews to Google, you're feeding Google information about your business. You are also putting them where most people are likely to see them. So when somebody Googles and says, I'm looking for a florist in Louisville, Kentucky, then your florist pops up. Well, guess what else pops up? Your reviews. And if people can just make one click and start reading your reviews and start feeling comfortable, they're way, way more likely to buy from you. Now, keep in mind, people don't expect a 5-star overall review. As a matter of fact, sometimes a complete 5-star, so you have a 5-star review and you have, 500 total reviews. People kind of go, I wonder if this is real. So don't be upset with a couple not as great reviews in there. It makes your business look way more legit. And it also gives you an opportunity to shine, to show your customer service to the world. So this is not necessarily negative. First thing I would say is stay calm and don't respond right away. Think about it for a bit. Take a few hours and think about it. Then you need to say, is this a hater or a troll, as we call them? Haters and trolls are people that have essentially devoted their life to being mean, cruel, nasty, hateful, trying to hurt others with zero purpose behind it, with zero truth behind it. They are generally people who have been hurt and are lashing out at others. It has nothing to do with you and nothing to do with your business. If they're a hater and you can tell right off the bat, don't even answer them. And if it's on social media, you're going to block that person. You can go and block their account so they can, not only can they not leave you a review on social, they can't even see your social media account anymore. And the most common place to do this is Facebook. Now, again, if they're a hater, not only can you tell, but the general public can tell too. They're going to be able to tell. So if it's on a platform like Google, you can try reporting it, but you have to make sure you're meeting their criteria. So you can't say, hey, this is fake. That's not going to work. It has to be something like, this does not represent a firsthand experience of a person. That's one of the rules. So what you want to do is go on Google, look up, and you can do this through Perplexity AI. You can go on Perplexity AI, say, please tell me what Google's rules are in order for me to fight a bad review against my business or to get it removed. I'm going to tell you right now, I've done this for a couple of my clients. Works sometimes it doesn't work, even when you're in the right. So just do your best. If you can't get rid of it, don't worry. Like you said, the general public is smart enough to know that it's a hater and it's totally pointless. Next, if it is a review where you're like, ooh, this person's really talking about a genuine experience at my business, think this through. What you're going to want to do is say, I'm so sorry you had that experience. I really want to help make this better and see how I can make it right. I'm the business owner and I want to find out what I can do for you. Can you please DM me with your phone number so we can talk and sort this out, or however you want to say it. Ask them to DM you. Now, the other thing is, remember, the general public is seeing this. So you have to make sure it's really from that person. So it really has to be a DM from that same account that left the review, okay? Once they DM you, the best thing you can do is to call them. is to just say, hey, I'm so sorry. I wanted to apologize as the business owner. I also wondered if you could kind of explain in detail what happened. You may have an employee that needs retraining. You may have a system that's not working. And this person is doing you a massive favor by telling you, because otherwise you may not have known. And you can fix it so it doesn't happen again. The other thing you can think about, maybe you own a restaurant. Hey, I want you to come back in and I am going to give you a free entree. This wasn't okay. You're totally right. And I want to make it up to you. Let me give you a free entree. Or let's say you own a service company. You're going to say, I'm going to take 50% off that bill because this isn't right. And we should have done a better job with this. There's something you can do. I'm going to give you a coupon for, 30% off on your next visit. Do something. Are you going to lose a little bit of money? In the short term, yes. In the long run, no. It's going to benefit you. Now, if you're finding you're getting a lot of the same comments and criticisms, you got to fix that system right away. You can even ask, again, you're going to ask for phone number, chat with these people, find out what's going on, and then fix it for them. Now, let's say you were talking about the person had a terrible time at your restaurant. They said your waitress was rude or whatever it was. You've talked to them on the phone. You've solved everything. You are not finished. Here's what you have to do. You have to go back onto that comment online, on that review. You have to leave another comment from the business saying, Mary, thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I'm so glad we were able to sort this out. And I'm looking forward to having you back at my restaurant to make sure your meal's outstanding this time or something. So the reason you're doing this, Mary knows all of this, but the general public doesn't. So the reason you're going back on there is to make sure that anyone reading these reviews sees how you handled it and what you did. Most people know mistakes happen. They do. And it's how we handle them that matters. If you're making 20,000 of them, no, it doesn't matter. You got to fix the problem. But if it's a here and there random thing, it all depends on how we fix the mistakes and how we handle them. So you've taken a negative review. You've helped Mary feel better, like she was heard and seen and matters. You've also used the negative review as an opportunity to show the general public how you handle your customer service and how much you care about your business and how ethical of a person you are. Make sure that when you get this feedback that you learn from it. The trolls and haters, they're obvious. They're just pretend they don't even exist. Well, actually, flag the review and ask for it to be taken down based on one of Google's or Facebook's or whoever platform it's on, their rules. But beyond that, don't even worry about it. They make no difference in the world. They really don't. Everybody's aware of their MO. But if it's the same thing coming up, think of these people as being tremendously beneficial to you for helping you troubleshoot your business and figure out mistakes before they become big or areas that need a little tweaking before they become big problems and harm your business. So you really kind of think of these people as thank you for your help. They don't have to take the time to do this. It's time consuming. My personal rule is that I will not write a review unless someone is off the charts amazing or really horrendously bad. Those are the two I will write the reviews for. And the horrendously bad, they're not good reviews. I mean, yeah, and I'll tell it like it is. And that's, I think, how a lot of the population operates. So thank the people that are in the middle who are taking the time to actually do these reviews. They're not getting compensated. They don't have anything to benefit from it. They are helping you in your business, and that's really pretty nice of them to do. So some of the things not to ever do. Number one is don't argue with someone publicly. So you guys have to go watch my other video. It's called Do Not Post These Things on Social Media. It's actually hilarious, but you learn a lot from it too. It's several years old, but it's still super valid. And your jaw will drop when you see how some people handled the reviews and what happened to their business after that. One of the stories is about a company, and I cannot think of the name of it now, but the woman got on there and said, I'm the owner and you're an idiot. You're such a jerk. And blah. Oh my gosh, she got hammered all over social media for acting like that to the review. She was a viral meme. Her business took a hit. She just lashed out because she was angry, and all of us get angry. That's legit. But the way she handled it blew up her business in the worst way possible. So go watch the video. I can't remember the details now, but it's so funny. You'll learn a ton from that. Keep all of the things that we talked about in this episode in mind, and go ahead and flag this episode just in case you ever need to come back to it and say, okay, I'm mad. Let me go over Jill's checklist again to make sure I handle this negative review correctly. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video.